The community bus system on Gabriola Island, known to locals as GERTIE, is still only a few months old, but is already being called a success. The system is largely run by volunteers and was years in the making. It's provided island residents with a public transit option in a community where a larger transit system just isn't feasible. Steve Jackson is one of the GERTIE bus drivers and the program's coordinator, and he's on the line with us this afternoon. Hi there, Steve.
Hi, Steve. How are you doing today?
I'm very well. How are things on beautiful Gabriola Island today?
Beautiful as always. Thank you.
I'm sure they are. It sounds like GERTIE is getting a lot of good buzz. How's it been working out from your perspective?
Oh, it's working out fantastic. We're just over 2 months operating this from scratch, and I'm happy to say we have an operating transit system on Gabriola Island. People are using it. They're getting used to it. It's going to take a while for everybody to get on board, of course. They want to see that it's going to be around, that the hours work for them in connecting with the ferries, and so on and so forth. But so far, it's very good, and we're very pleased. Not missed a shift, and we meet all the ferries when we're operating, so we're very pleased with that. I think the community is too.
So tell us, Steve, how does the system work? How many buses? What's the frequency? How does it work?
Well, okay, keep in mind that we're just starting up here, so we're testing it. We're seeing what works best for the community. We have 2 vehicles. One's a 12-passenger. The other is a 24-passenger vehicle. And we run commuter runs 5 days a week in the morning and then in the evening, and getting people to the ferry so they can get off island to go to work, to school, whatever the case may be. And we pick them up again in the afternoon. On Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays, we run what's called a midday run, from about 10 o'clock until just before 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that gets people around the island. We have 2 different routes. One is one that circumnavigates Gabriola, and the second route goes to the smaller regions, the neighborhoods, and meets with that bus. So the midday run does both of those. So a person could get on, go to the village, do their shopping, get to the ferry, and so on and so forth.
Is there a cost? What is the financial side of it?
Well, it's $2.25 to ride it for any age. 5 and under is free with their parents. A person could buy a book of tickets of 10, and that would make bring it down to $2. So a book would be $20 for 10 tickets. Youth between the ages of 6 and 18 can buy a book, and it'll give them $1 cost per ticket.
Okay. What have you been hearing from people who use the system?
They really like it. Many people can leave their cars at home, which is a big savings to them in a number of different areas. Some people have told me they've already been able to reduce the insurance to work cost. Some people have taken their second car off the road already. That means they've got a savings of insurance, maintenance, fuel, and all of those costs that go with having a second vehicle. Keep in mind that to get your car up to speed and to be running at its optimum, it takes quite a few kilometers before the engine is heated up and the system is operating efficiently. So it's the highest cost to use if you're transiting in the morning with your own vehicle. So we can save a lot of dollars that way by people getting on board our bus.
So you are getting a little bit of money back from ridership. You got what I believe was a one-time grant from the Nanaimo Regional District to start this up. How are you going to keep it going, looking ahead in terms of covering all your costs?
Well, we're currently averaging about 3.9 riders per hour. We need to be about 8 riders per hour to break even. So we're already doing quite well. There was also some other funding that came to us from people donating their, what were those called, climate action dividends. So we had some funds with that. And that initial money that came from the RDM was purchase of equipment. So we're going to just keep on making it happen. We started up in the summer, just at the end of June. So, we know that the summer months are different than they will be for the fall and winter. A lot of people just like to ride their bicycles in the summer months and so on and so forth. A lot of tourists here. When winter comes, we're pretty confident that people are going to want to leave their cars and get on a dry bus and get to the ferry.
Steve, do you think this is a model that could work on other Gulf islands? Salt Spring already has a bit of a system there, but thinking of Galliano or Pender or Denman or Hornby, is this something that could be put in place elsewhere?
Absolutely. In fact, we were given a lot of help by the folks that started the Salt Spring operation down there. Just recently, in the last couple of weeks, members from our island met with Islands Futures members. That's the group that is responsible for us. They met on Galliano, and the people that came from the other islands were absolutely blown away by the fact that we've been able to already get an operating transit system happening in under 2 months. So they're definitely wanting to see how we've done it. We're looking around to see how other small communities operate, so we can be as efficient as we possibly can here.
Well, it seems like it's going well so far. I'd be interested in touching base with you guys again over the winter and see how it's going on an ongoing basis. But Steve, thanks so much for taking our call this afternoon and sharing what you're doing on Gabriola there.
Well, come on down and we'll give you a ride and you can broadcast live from the bus. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much, Steve. Steve Jackson is the coordinator of the GERTIE system on Gabriola Island. That stands for Gabriola, Environmentally Responsible Trans-Island Express. GERTIE sounds better. You can find them online, GabriolaCommunityBus.com.